Hello and welcome back to another week here at Knickknack Kitchen, where today we're making an eggless pineapple cake. Now I know I made an upside down pineapple cake just a few days back, but Mother's Day is just around the corner. You have an occasion to make a more festive cake, and for that reason I have this eggless pineapple cake, which is an absolute treat. To top that off, it's super easy as well. So without wasting any more time, let's just dive into this video and see how we make this. So we're going to first work on our dry ingredients, for which I have some plain flour, some baking powder, some baking soda and some salt, and we're just going to give that a whisk, and after that we're going to set this aside and work on the wet ingredients. So for our wet ingredients, I have some vegetable oil in a bowl, to which we're going to go ahead and add some sugar, and we're just going to give that a quick mix until the sugar is evenly combined. At that point, we're going to go ahead and add some pineapple extract, and once that has also been mixed in, we're going to go ahead and add some milk, some yogurt, and finally some vinegar. Now you can use any kind of vinegar. That's not exactly an issue, but the vinegar is a non-negotiable. You cannot skip that. It is an eggless cake, it needs the vinegar. So once everything's been combined, we're going to go ahead and add our dry ingredients in 2 stages, and that's it. This batter comes together in under 5 minutes. It's not a lot of effort. It's very hard to mess up. Just ensure that you do not overmix the batter, because we do not want a dense cake. So here you can see the consistency of the batter. We're going to go ahead and divide this between 2 6-inch pans. Do check out the description box below if you have larger pans or for any ingredient substitutions as well. So after giving this a quick tap, we're going to bake this for about 30 minutes until the tops are golden brown, and then we're going to let this cool down completely. So once the cakes are nearly cooled enough to be assembled, we're going to go ahead and whip our cream. And here I'm using non-dairy whipping topping. It's a mouthful, but it's already sweetened. It's got some vanilla as well, so I'm not adding anything at all. I'm just going to whip this until we have stiff peaks. So make sure that you whip this nicely. Your cream will thicken up a little as well, but since it's warm, particularly where I stay, I do like the thick cream. It holds its shape better. So now for the assembly, I've got one of the cake layers out on a cake board, and we're going to soak this with some pineapple juice. Since I'm using canned pineapple, I'm using the juice from that can. But if you don't have canned pineapples and if you're using fresh pineapples, you can just use any kind of pineapple juice at hand. So once we've added a layer of the whipped cream, and we've spread this out with the help of a spatula, and now we're going to go ahead and add a few pieces of pineapple in between our cake layers, and then we're just going to top this with our second layer of cake, and we're going to soak this with some pineapple juice as well. As for the quantity of the pineapple juice, you can add as much as you want. The cake layer will soak up quite a lot of pineapple juice, so don't be shy on that. And now we're just going to cover the entire cake with some whipped cream. I'm using a piping bag, but you can certainly use a spoon, a spatula, whatever you have at hand would do. So for the top, I'm using an offset spatula to smoothen it out as evenly as I could. And for the sides, I ended up using my bench scraper. I went around this cake way too many times, and I'm not going to show all of it on camera because this will end up being a very long video. But since I failed at getting my smooth sides, I ended up using a cake comb just to get a nice pattern. So after refrigerating the cake for about 30 minutes, I went ahead and did the final decorations. So I've piped a few dollops of cream on the top. We're going to add some cherries and some pineapple slices. But before that, I'm also going to cover the cake base, because nobody likes to see a cake board. It is not pretty. So after covering the base as well, we're going to go ahead and top this with our fruits. So today I'm using some cherries along with my pineapple slices. You can leave out the cherries, they're of course not mandatory. The pineapple certainly is, it's a pineapple cake. And once we've added our fruits, our cake is ready to be served. So here you have my most amazing pineapple cake, which is eggless and absolutely delicious. And it's so easy to make at home, it just makes the whole process so much more rewarding. And right now, I'm gonna go ahead and slice this cake because I can't resist myself anymore, and that way I can show you what the cake looks like on the inside as well. We're just gonna pretend that that was my primary purpose. But either way, here you can see the perfect cake layers. It's so delicious, and I'm just gonna show you the beautifully moist and tender crumb as well. I hope you give this cake a try very soon, that too. And with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please do give a like, do share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, thank you so very much for watching, and I'm gonna see you next week.